we appear to have crashed OBS, which is a first. So either it didn't like the airplane or it was just being a bit of a weird one. But there we go, we've got the airplane built. So we need to put wheels on it. Wheels. Well, that's landing legs. Wheels. There we are, wheels. Let's put those that way around. And 2 on the wing. Oop. Do and go, and then rotate. Good. Now let's make sure these are close enough to the centre of mass, make it easy to take off, and far enough forward away from that so that they good. That should be there. So we're very close to the centre of mass. That should make it easier to land it as well. Good. And name. Anybody? Anybody for a name? I will give anybody a chance to give a name. Nope. Okey-dokey. The TX-02. Welcome to the TX-02 experimental plane. And because it's experimental, we'll put a parachute on it. Right there. Maybe not quite. There's the 2 of them, that's why it's freaking out. Oop. Pop it there back behind the cockpit. Yeah, there must have been 2 of them, that's why it was freaking out a little bit. We'll make that a separate maneuver node. Not maneuver node. Make it its own action group. For the abort, can trigger the parachute. Boop. And also shut down the engine at the same time. Okay. Central lift is a little bit far back for that weight now. So let's move that wing forward. There we go. And there we go. Big wing. And the wheels are close. Good. Let's give that a try, shall we? It's a fairly light plane. It's not big by any means. Let's see, shall we? Oh, there she is. Ooh, she does a wheelie quite easily. That, I'm glad I didn't retract the wheel, is quite good for takeoff. Not so good for landings. Chase camera. Besides that tail, wow. Okay, let's go for it. How fast can you go off the ground? Okay, you get off the ground really quickly, but you kind of need your engine intact. So that's something to watch out for. It might be worth moving those wheels back a bit. Also, I think the front wheel is a little bit high. But we'll give it a try anyway. SAS, full throttle, go. And careful. Up. And she's off in the air very quickly. Vertical climb. Good. I do think that tail's a bit OP. What we'll do is we'll swap the tail out. And we'll also swap out move the wheels around a bit. How controllable are you though is the question. Whoa! Okay, so you're controllable. And 10 circles not bad considering we're doing over 200 meters per second in the air. But there's the other question. Can you be landed? Can you land? Or are you unstable? Whoop. So you don't rip anything off when you do that. It's good. Whoop. Yeah, a little bit on the sensitive side. Probably too many control surfaces on that. Can I turn them off? I can. I'm not going to do, but I can. Whoop. Throttle down to call it landing speed, shall we? Flip her over and pull up. Here we go, here we come. Coming around. Nose down. Power off. Chase cam mode. Nose up. Whoop. Swing that body around. Fine controls on. Gear down. Yeah, that tail's way too big, and we need to really look at that. Let's bring the engine up a bit. We could do it at this speed. This plane does seem to be very, very stable for its very simple design. Engine's off. We're coming in way too high. Let's just do a stupid nosedive maneuver there. Good, there we go. And glider in. And nose up. And we're down. Brakes, and very stable on the brakes too. Good, I like that. Boop. But yeah, we need to move those wheels back a little bit. Sync that wheel up a little bit in there so it's not quite as obvious it's there. Definitely reduce the size of that tail. But there is one other question. The emergency procedure, does it work? Ah. Let's find out, shall we? Up we go. Let's go vertical. Da 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 da. Whee. And up. Okay. So we get 200 meters per second up. Flip her over. Do 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 do. Here we come. And abort. And what happens if we abort? Oh good, don't rip anything off. So it is entirely usable as an abort system too. Good. Do 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 do. So first thing, let's deal with that front wheel. Let's number 2 that, and C, click, push that up. That's probably all we really need to do there. These ones need to come further back. Need 2 of them, thank you. About there. Let's just stop the wheelie approach, but I still need to keep them forward of the control surfaces. And that tail's just way too big. So tail, let's put a smaller tail on. I like the idea of a long tail, but what do we have available? What that? Oh. Yes, but that's for a different plane entirely. Oh. What about you? You're too tall. Tall. I want long flat ones. Do we have long flat ones? Yeah, I think it would look stupid like that. So let's just go with a standard tail. You're a standard tail. But I still like it. I only want one of you. Just there. That looks more like an airplane. Let's just check the mass hasn't been shifted too much. Good, and you're stable, and the wheels look okay. Let's give you a test flight. Do 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 do. Good, good, good. Wheelie mode is no wheelie effect. SAS on, and let's give it a flight. And just do a straight pullback, see if the engine breaks off as well, shall we? So it takes off really easily still. Not quite as easy as before, but we also didn't smash the engine into the ground, so, you know, swings and roundabouts, really. Boop. Alright, and we can still spin really fast. What if we turn that engine to not include roll? Okay, let's just not fly straight up for a minute, shall we? Right, so if I want you guys also not be involved in roll. Yeah, that's more controllable. So only the ones on the end of the wings used for roll. They're all used for up and down. So we have a lot of authority. Well, you know where we're going. Yes, we're going over there. We'll try this on the island runway. Chase camera. Whoop. Let's head out there. Go, go, go. That actually looks kind of unusual, like something's changed over there. Doo-doo. We are going really fast though. What's that nose temperature? Guys, just give me one quick moment. I have to just double check something. We had a quick crash of the PC then. That is fine. Okay. Boop. And we're back. Just reloading the game because the game decided to crash the entire PC, which was really nice of it. So we're just bringing that back up again. Do, 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 do. Woo! Okay. That was a bit odd. And resume the save. Boop. Hopefully the game knows where we were. We'll find out in a moment. Well, it's daytime. Well, it's evening time. Let's check our quick saves. TX2 was moving. Okay. So let's see where TX2 got to, shall we? What is that? Oh, yes. Beep. There you go. Here we go. Good, we got the right size tail on this one. So let's give it a go. Pull up immediately. And yes, that's the one we wanted. We're going to the island runway. That's where we were heading at the time before we were rudely interrupted by a crash. So it wasn't even a blue screen, it was something completely odd that I'd never seen before. Everything just went purple and flickery. Whoop, whoop, there we go. Full power to the engines. The island runway we come. Do, 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 do. And beep. There we go. Back to where we were going. Let's go a bit higher. We can get a bit of speed up. We can go a lot faster the higher we get. Loads of fuel, so it's not an issue for us. And that will do. We'll just nose it down. We are a little bit. I did actually want to move these. Yes. No roll for you. No roll for you. And no roll for you. Giving us a lot more control over our roll authority there. Let's just get that to hold steady. And okay, beginning descent. And beginning maneuver. Or turn maneuver anyway, to line up with that runway. And we are lined up with the runway. So let's put that into chase mode. Line ourselves up with the end of that. Good. Throttle back to 2/3. Bring her in. This one we have to be very careful with this runway, because you've got to be able to stop pretty quick on it. So yes, 200 may not be the right speed to come in at. Let's just go that way a little bit more. There we go. That should help correct the angle slightly at. There we go, there we go. Right, let's bring that nose up a little bit. 190, okay, we're going to need to slow it down. Landing speed. Wait, it's not Kerbal landing speed, but it's landing speed. Let's get that nose up a little bit. There we go, down a bit, there we go. Gears deployed, lights on. Preparing to shut down the engines, because that would be the best way to land it. 130, engines off. We'll glide the bugger in. We are actually coming in way too fast. So let's bring that nose down, bring that nose up, and we can use that to help slow ourselves down a bit. Bring it down. Bring ourselves up. There we go. Put ourselves down on the ground nice and smoothly. And brakes are applied. We are down. We are down. We are down. Do do do. And done. Welcome to the alternate center. Let's just move ourselves inside. Park ourselves in here for a second. Do 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 do. Beep, beep. That was Jeb's last trip. You see, that was Jeb's last trip. He came back and left us a charred remains of a control surface, engine and all. Yep, it's been a while since he's been in space, I'd say. Well, let's head out, shall we? Let's head back home to our main space center. Let's just swing this craft around. Can we go around that one? We can go through that one. Good. Let's go home. Home on the launch pad. Do 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 do. Here we come. Don't worry, we're coming home. And then here's a question. If I go straight forward now, do you think we can clear that mountain? Well, you know what they say in Kerbal Train Camp. If you don't know, give it a try. Brakes off. Full throttle. Up, up, up. And we cleared it. Woohoo! Now I know we can't land that direction. But what we can do, whoop, let's come back around. Yes, we lose a lot of control authority when we get a lot of speed up. But what we can do is this. Flyby! Bit higher than I'd like it, but we can go. So now, whoop, it's time to head home. And the other question is, how high can we fly in this thing? We haven't tried that yet. We haven't actually seen how far we can go before we run out of air. Boop. Full power to the engines. Climbing at it'll go 45 degrees. That should give us more than enough to be able to go straight back down top of the Kerbal Space Center. Maybe we can go higher than that. What's that, by the way? Is it a star? I don't know, but we'll find out in a moment. Air intakes are the air intake is dropping. Go a bit higher, a bit faster. See what time we run out of air for this engine, shall we? You can hear the engine already spooling down, but it could just be altitude alone. 0.07. Here we go, come on. I can hear it spooling down. Apparently out of air. Engine is still producing thrust. Yep, there we go. Forward. We have a hell of a decent hang on this. Yeah, we're still climbing as well. There we go. 26k. Okay, nose down. Engine off. Whoa. We still have some authority up here, but it's probably not aerodynamic authority. And we just have to wait for that to give us a bit of air. Coming down. We're coming. Engine off. And we will see if we can land on the runway using gliding alone. We are quite high and we're passing over the runway quite nicely. Let's find out, shall we? put the nose up a little bit. Let's just switch to chase camera. And then after this, we'll head probably back to the space station and finish off building part of the station. So we're travelling backwards at the moment, which is not a great thing. So hopefully we'll start digging into the air at some point, and we will start heading forward. Well, we're picking up Mac effects, so hopefully that will help us out. Come on, pull up, pull up. Come on, I can see the prograde node, I just need it to come up a little bit. There we go, there we go. We're getting some forward movement now. We're getting some forward movement. We have a decent glide slope normally, so we just need to get the maneuver node pointing in the right direction. A lot of wobble on this plane when I'm trying to control it. There we go. A lot more stable now. Electric charge is dropping, so we have to keep an eye on that because we are using a lot of that 4-hour control. We need to power the engine up at some point just to keep that going, I think. But we are coming in. Good. Now if I put the nose up to about there, our airspeed is dropping, unfortunately. Let's just time warp it forward. Yeah, we're going to definitely need to power that engine up because we don't have the glide slope for this, I don't think. I don't know. 90 meters per second. Here we come. Time warp off. Let's just wheels down for safety reasons. See if we can alter that angle. We are coming in quite nicely. This plane, I don't know what the actual plane stalls are, so we'll find out in a moment as well. But I think we're going to be okay. Just need to get across and in alignment. But we are dropping at a decent rate. As long as we don't do anything stupid with it, we should be okay. We are running low electric charge, so hopefully that won't be an issue for us. Because here we come! Da, 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 da. Nose up, nose up! Okay, we hit that ground a little bit on the hard side, but overall not bad. This is a very nice little plane. It's a very simple plane too. Just 2 delta wings and whatnot. I think there's 2 tails there, but look at that. Because it does seem to flicker, but we'll find out. Okay, back to the Space Center. We will save this plane because it's quite useful. I'm going to make those quick changes to the ailerons and rudder. And then we get back to launching rockets. Let's just load you up, TX-02. And, indeed, and, oh yes, I was doing, yes. Zoom, you, roll, you, roll. So only the end one's used for roll. And you also won't be used for pitch or yaw only. In the opposite rule for you, you will not be used for roll, yaw. You'll be used for pitch and roll. There we go. That is all you need. Doop, 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 doop. Back to the rocket building. Rocket building. Doo, 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 doo. You know, I pressed the button. Thank you. Okay, rocket building. So we need an escape craft, and we also this is for the crew, and we also need to take more crew up. So we build an escape craft, take them up in one go. Probably the best option. So the escape craft has to be able to handle re-entry, which is a key component of it, and also has to be able to handle 9 Kerbals. So we could take up 2 hitchhiker pods. That's what the ship's station's currently got on board now, anyway. And we need to be able to handle the pilot and also 2 people in the science module. So that would be a 3-man capsule. Let's go with, where's a 3-man capsule? That has to be able to land on the ground. Now bear in mind that has to be able to land. It has to be able to land with deadly re-entry. So yeah, that's an issue that's potentially there. So we need a heat shield. Now where do the heat shields in this game kept? Are they under structural or aerodynamics? There we go. So we can pop that down there. Like that. But would it work is the question we have to ask ourselves. So, a great idea would be to put a heat shield under each one. Like that. So if one gets destroyed, the other one doesn't. But that would be very heavy. And I'm going to send a test. I'm going to send a test unit up. And the test unit is going to have a Kerbal in it, but only in this top module. And these will be empty. So that'll be a quick test up. Test these can actually land as a single unit. And if they can't, then at least we know we're not sending up a rescue craft that can be destroyed really easily. You'll need a docking port on the top. Actually, no. Docking port won't be on the top. It will have on the top a drug chute, along with some radial parachutes. Make sure they don't cover the door. I'll go with 4 radials because it's carrying a lot of weight, this one. And we will push those in slightly so deadly entry doesn't have much of an effect on you. There we go. And we'll put those in their own stage. There we go. Now what we don't want is that one firing off prematurely, so that one can go to the very top. Okay, this will be escape. It's an escape craft. What do you expect it to be called? Lander. We'll stick a large docking port on there. Let's stick some RCS fuel on this craft, and the RCS fuel on this craft will go RCS fuel there. Just 1 second, please. And we're back. That was just a quick interruption. And we get back to where we were. Okay. We don't need the RCS there. That's so stupid with the RCS. Go put that there. Let's put the RCS. The RCS wants to be droppable. So we'll actually put the RCS at the bottom on a little module that can be dropped off, and we won't use them. We'll use the. I don't know what we'll use actually. I don't want one of these because if I put one of these, then it could be staged. I don't want it staging. I don't even like the idea that these can be staged. But we're going to do about that at the moment. A 3.75 meter heat shield. Nice. Inflatable, I'm assuming. Yeah, that's inflatable. I don't like the inflatables. Tend to flip you around if you don't do them quite right. RCS. Well, we'll have to go with the RCS port tubs being on, but we use those little round ones. We use 2 of them. We don't need much. They're literally there just for the emergency evacuation. They can burn off if they want to. We'll put them there, right in the very centre. There we go. And we'll even push them in a little bit, just to make sure they're not as exposed. Not that far in. Yeah, that's quite nice. It looks like it's one of the windows. Yeah. Righty. Right. RCS needs RCS ports. We need a couple of you guys. Now these are very simple. We can place these just here. Because their only job is to push this backwards and deorbit. So, with that in mind, we will deorbit this. We just need to stop a couple of rockets underneath just to get it into space. Just to make sure it can withstand re-entry. So, we'll just go with a large fuel tank. Probably doesn't need 3. But it's a test engine. We'll stick a mainsail on the bottom. Make sure that's staged correctly. Mainsail burns. Then Then that deploys. Then the heat shield can go, and then the parachutes can be deployed. Good. That will make a pretty decent test run. For re-entry reasons, let's go. Okay, crew. I thought it would auto crew the ship actually, but it doesn't. Let's go with you. Just one person in the command pod. It's not worth the risk. Well. Bob, you can go with him. We need some. We need a pilot. Bob, you're out. Boom. We need a pilot in there. There we go. So, go. Do stuff. Let's see if we can win. Is the deadly infantry going to kill this craft? Is a real question. Because deadly entry is, I believe, set to hard. It is set to hard. So, let's go. So I want this craft going as fast as possible so we can test the re-entry effect. So we'll do a quick roll now, just get some horizontal movement going as well. Not a full orbit obviously. We're only 3,500 meters per second, we're not going to be going for a full orbit. Let's go with that combination, would be best I think. And we'll see if this can withstand re-entry. And we are producing a fair amount of thrust at the moment. Yeah, a thrust to weight ratio of 3. That's pretty decent. I mean, we are using a mainsail to lift this craft up, so what do you expect? Yep. 9. Okay, we're gonna go a bit more vertical. There we go. Just get this craft as high as we can. 400. We are getting Mach effect. Let's check our temperature on our nose cone. Yeah, the temperature is already increasing really rapidly right now. And what's the parachutes? These smaller ones, 500. Okay, I'm happy with that. Don't want to blow the parachutes up on launch. That'd be a bad idea. Going to 60. Let's just start to keep an eye on that temperature. 100. Okay, that's going way above what we need, so that's good. Nice little over test on that one. There we go. And we can then drop that entirely. There you go. Engines are not needed. We want to test the heat shield on the bottom, which we'll be testing in just a moment. I just swing her around and then go up. Going to 177. That's even higher than the space station, which hopefully we don't hit on the way past, which we won't because it is actually just underneath us. We actually passed it pretty close actually. Up we go. And there we go. Right. So let's keep an eye on that heat shield. That's very important. We can actually see the ablativeness there anyway. Let's just keep you pointing retrograde at all times. Just keep our heat shield in the right place. And here we come. So 60. It'll still start to heat up in a moment. There we go. Just start seeing re-entry fix any moment now. Temperature is rapidly increasing. The question is, do the parachutes heat up? We don't want them heating up at all. So we're looking good. I mean, we've got RCS pots, which we would use on the space station for the deorbit burn. So don't really care if they break, but we are, unfortunately, heating up the hitchhiker pod a lot more than I'd like it to do so. But it's a lot less than that, so yay. Let's bring that chute there. And we'll deploy that chute as soon as that chute safe warning goes away. Okay, that's the drug chute out. And something broke off. I'm not quite sure what that was. F3. Nope, nothing broke off. I just heard the sound. Must have been the parachute deploying. And then we drop the heat shield from the bottom. Goodbye, heat shield. And then we just allow that down. And then we get to about... There we go, parachutes. Because the question is, will this whole thing break apart in the water as well? Because if it breaks apart as we go down, we're landing. If we don't have the good speed, that's a problem as well. 9.6 meters per second, and that's actually above the safe speed for these. We'll find out in a second. Okay, here we go. Here we go, water. Water. Do-do-do-do. Okay. So, the heat shield was destroyed. The two containers... Well, one of the containers was destroyed, it says. But I don't see the other container. So, no. That's a failure. We can't use that method because it'll kill any Kerbals in the emergency escape pods. Any ideas? Chat, hello. Any ideas on what we can do for a 10 Kerbal escape pod? Because that was my escape pod plan. I was thinking a docking port on the side to be docked, but that was the plan. More parachutes? Probably the option. Let's go more parachutes. Probably more than one. 4 there. We'll sink them in a bit using the offset tool. There we go. And these ones are set to 501, and these ones can be set to 301, so they'll deploy in separate stages. Question is that enough? We don't really need to go as high this time, we just need to make sure we're coming down something. We know the heat shield is enough to protect the ship. Now we're just testing the parachutes. So, let's take it up to about 20k, drop the engines off, and that should be enough. Full throttle, SAS on, up we go. 20k. Looking at the Steam dashboard, it says current status offline, but it also says stream configuration quality excellent, which is how can it be excellent if you're offline? Yeah, not Steam, Twitch. Twitch streaming, it's just a bit. I mean, I know it's online. I can see it's online, but the dashboard says offline. Weird. And 20k, come on, up we go. 10k should be high enough, but I want to go to 15 at minimum as a test of this unit. And we're off. Right, so let's make sure these parachutes are in the configuration I want them. So I want the drug chute first. That would actually be the best configuration. But I'll put that just before the heat shield drops. So first thing, let's get rid of the engine. Thank you. So we'll just go up to, well, here. And RCS on, and we'll just push ourselves across a bit. Keep away out of that fuel tank. Thank you, fuel tank. Okay, so we are now falling quite happily. We'll deploy the drug chute at I don't know, 8,000. That's roughly where we get safety to do so. We're coming down on top of the VAB or something. Looks like we are. Drug chute deployment. Goodbye, engines. And then our temperature boop, is pretty decent. So at 5 we can get rid of that. Goodbye. And we are dropping into a nice green testing area. Good. That should mean we're going to hit that little bit of concrete and hopefully not break anything too badly. And then we can all chutes. So we've got a load of chutes there to make sure we come down smoothly, and hopefully we'll be able to get low enough speed that we won't destroy this bottom container again. Because every time so far we have destroyed it. And chute should open at 500 and 300 separately, so not to cost too much drag in one go. First set, and then second set should be at any moment around 300 meters. There you go, all chutes are open. Our speed is now 6.8 and dropping. The question is that enough? Because if that bottom pod breaks, it's not enough. Okay, it's not enough. So we're going to probably need some kind of engine, because this we can't really put any more chutes on this. I don't think we can anyway. Let's see where we can put some more chutes. So we can't put them on the side here because the dead re-entry will rip them off. I don't really want to put like 50 chutes on top of here, so we're really kind of stuck there. Ideas, anyone? We need to slow it down enough so that we don't destroy the bottom one when it hits. I mean, we could put some crumple zone on the bottom, but that's something else entirely. Crumple zones. Well, first thing we can do is get rid of that heat shield there. That's obviously not needed. Ooh. That's also an option. Well, we can't. I want to say we could actually have it so each one breaks off separately and floats down independently at the last second. But we can't do that because the heat shields, the pressure from the outside, and they'd be exposed to deadly re-entry heat. So they have to be up top here. Diddly. What do we do? What to do when you need something like this? Well, I know what you need to do. You need to go make yourself a cup of tea. Because a cup of tea always helps you think. Possibly an engine on the bottom, but we'll find out in just a moment, because we are going, like I said, cup of tea. See you all in a few minutes. Hey, we're back. Okay, what we got? What have we got? Do. Right. So we need to figure this out. So I'm thinking we put an engine on the bottom. Not quite sure how we're going to do an engine. Ooh. Maybe some Separatrons. Just last minute firing. Would that do? Place them sort of there. And again, Separatrons would probably get destroyed, wouldn't they? So guys, did you have any ideas in the meantime? Any brain waves that you guys could come up with? We can actually do that. The monoprop engine. We can place it on here. 4 of them, pointing down. If they survive the re-entry effect, we could use that monoprop as a last minute slowdown. Ooh. Question applies. Are they powerful enough? Well, also, will they survive the entry? Parachutes deploy. Sorry. That deploys there. As part of our test. The parachutes. That deploys first. Oop, need a new zone for that. That one deploys first. Then they deploy. That's fine. I think we activate the engine at the same time. And we can always turn it off when we need it. And the heat shield drops away when needed. Probably heat shield around there. So drug chute, then heat shield. Oh. Let's carry the heat shield all the way down. We can use it as a crumple zone. Okay. So we'll launch this up. And we can use them engines. Hopefully they'll have a fair amount of fuel. Just do a quick test on the launch pad, I think. Actually, no, we'll fly up. We'll try them on the launch pad first. And then we'll fly up and see if they can withstand re-entry effect. So, first things first, monoprop is 150. If we move those engines down into their own group, just for this test. Fire. Okay, so you get minimum amount of effect. So we'll assume half of the monoprop gets used in the flight, in the main flight. Monoprop. Oop. So I just want to come up here and grab this monoprop, disable, and this monoprop, disable. That should. Oh, there's monoprop up here as well, isn't there? Yes. There we go. Right, so they're starved of fuel. That's just so we don't have to worry about them too much. So, SAS on, let's go up with the mainsail. We'll take it up straight up to about 70, let it fall straight down, and test that heat shield out. Because the question is, will they survive? Because we don't know if they're going to withstand a re-entry effect. So we'll find that out in just a second. So what we'll do is, if we get this into space, and we dock it with the space station, and then from that we've got a escape craft. Then we'll stop the stream then, because we've been going for a fair few hours now, probably 2, maybe 3 hours. We've had a couple of crashes on the machine, so it's but we'll deal with that. And yeah, we'll continue. So we'll get to the space station. This will be done. And then we can, next time we do a stream, which I won't leave as long a gap time, I might do it next week, might do it the week after, we can actually start maybe a Moonbase, or even a different game, maybe a bit more City Skylines and stuff like that. So they'll be all a little bit nicer way of doing it, I think. So, we are going up quite nicely, we are getting the effects from the entry effects, good. 35k? Just lean over a tiny little bit. Not much, don't want to get too much forward momentum. I'll do just fine there. And engine off. 70k is more than enough. We'll drop off that big entire engine block now. And we'll switch to just basically ourselves. Now what we'll do also is we'll take this opportunity to reactivate these RCS pods, so we don't forget to activate them for the flight back. Now in the event these destroyed in rear entry. We do have monopop up here. We get 30 units for free up here, and we have 16 total between these, assuming we use half of it at all time. So we should be okay. So if we just warp up to 70, well actually 81, we should not hit anything. Good. The space station, which we still need a name for, people. Anybody? If you are watching this and you're on YouTube, the people on Twitch have decided not to give a name for the station because they can't think of whatever. So you guys have a chance to think of a name. What should we call this? Well, not this. You've seen the station. You've seen it. It's early in the video. Early in the stream. So what do we call the thing? Give me a temperature on that engine, please. What do we call it? Point that way. Keep yourself pointing retrograde. So that should start going down in a moment. Good. And point us that way. Good. And we are following the engine part. Does appear to be right below us there. Yep. There we go. So hopefully we won't hit that when we start slowing down. But our first duty will be to launch the drug chute, which would help us separate out. Come on. The temperature is 71 degrees and we're coming in. Minus 71 degrees coming in. Bit of a difference, by the way, between 70 and minus 70. 140 difference, actually. Double check the engines. All engines ready. We will activate those engines when we're about boop, boop. When we're actually at the altitude is just a little bit above the ground. Oop. We're moving a little bit there. Temperature is rapidly increasing on those engines. Okay. Question is, what can those engines support? We were deploying the drug chute at 10k. Well, we've got 8k. Actually, when that message goes away, we'll deploy the drug chute. So warning is up. We are coming down fast. That's good. The engines did not overheat, which is also good. Although it is entirely possible we just weren't going quite fast enough. 8k, 7k. This is drug chute away. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Okay, thank you. There goes the tank. And we'll deploy the main chutes at around 3k. All chutes deployed. And then we'll just time warp down. Keep an eye on this one because this one's the actual altitude. This one is not the altitude. This is a little bit of lag between them. Boop. Yep. That's because that compensates for the terrain. That one just compensates for the sea level. So we will come down and all the chutes deployed. Good. We are at 9 meters per second, which we know is not good for deployments. We will activate those engines in just a moment. We are at 90 meters, so we're going to start them up in a moment. Good, they can take a lot of speed off of it, so we'll just deploy it at the last second. Go! And we're down! Okay, so that is more than enough to slow us down. We get a good 10 seconds, so we're long time it right, and it looks like... Oop, thank you. They have quite a bit of thrust on them. So that's... can that go away? Thank you. So that's got quite a bit of thrust on it for us, so we actually can use those as a way to get ourselves home. Great. So that is confirmed. If they can withstand full re-entry, then we can actually use them as our escape craft. So, two things to do. One is to get this up to the space station. So we need two things on this. If it's going to the station, it not only needs a better lifter that can actually lift it into space, but it also needs, let's get rid of that a minute, it also needs a docking port, because obviously it can't dock the way it's docking right now. Docking port. Well, we can put them on the back side here. There's loads of room back here. So if we put a docking port, a normal issue docking port. Where are you hiding docking ports? There we are, at the top. Clampatron, standard issue, right on the back here. Boop. And that can be docked with that. Put it there, a bit further up. It's right in the middle of that module. It can be docked. Crew can get in and out really easily. And everybody should be quite happy with that. It's on the exact opposite side of the capsules to the main ports, so that they shouldn't, and the key word there by the way is shouldn't, block Kerbals getting in and out. There is this Kerbal getting in and out of this door here. There's a potential issue. Potential issue. Should we rotate that? Put it like, yeah, let's rotate the capsule and put its door in line with those doors there. One more. There we go. So all the doors are in line with each other, and the docking port's on the exact opposite side, allowing the craft to dock and be fine. Good. Is that going to cause issue during launch and docking? Probably, but we can compensate for it. How much does the docking port weigh? Mass 0.05. And the monoprop tanks 0.3. Okay. Where's the dry mass on this? Because there's a difference between the mass and the dry mass, isn't there? Yeah. So 0.24 there, 0.13. So that's the dry mass, that's the mass. Okay. 0.24 for that. And 0.05. So we can't even use the monoprop as a way to offset the weight of that. So we'll just have to live with it using reaction wheels to control it during the docking process. It's not going to be a major issue because during the docking and whatnot we can compensate for that, because we'll have a craft on the bottom we can handle it. So they're all correct. The heat shield probably will never be ejected because it's there, but we might eject it if we want to. But it needs a lifter, so lifter for 12 tons. Now we do have some sub-assembly lifters up here. 21 tons is our smallest, but if we stick the tug on the bottom, we need a releaser. We need to release, also known as a separator. There we go. That. And let's make sure let's drop that down to there. Make sure the RCS ports are in the correct place. Actually, they're not far off. If we got them there, so if we place these about here, that should be about even. There we go. I mean, they're not where I'd like them to be, which is dead center on the 4-axis, but we can't do that because of these doors. Although we could put them there, no, because I want to be able to walk up and down these ladders, and if we put it there, it gets in the way. So that's a no. We're not going to be able to negotiate with that one, I don't think. These RCS ports here, I think, so we can we will mark as off limits. Good. And also the ones in here as well. Boop. They're off limits so that these engines and these RCS ports don't drain from these, they'll drain from these here. When it docks, and when this leaves it's fine, and these will be full, and when we undock from the station for emergency landing process, we have to manually activate these pods one at a time. So it's just a safer way of doing it too. So, don't need that anymore. Boop. We'll just save that for a minute. That's all okay. That is a drug chute, I believe it is, so that shouldn't. Actually, that engine should be activated earlier. There we go. The separator should also be even earlier. Yes, I want a separator, not a docking port. I definitely want it to be a separatable. Yes, that's right. That's good. See, when this docks with something, nothing else would dock with the station at this docking port. It's a priority port. We don't want a situation where this docks up and then something docks to this and it can't be escape pockets in the middle. That's why it's only got one port, in case you're wondering. And now we need to be able to lift it. So the total weight to be lifted is now 26 tons, 36 parts. I believe one of those. Good, they are already on there. So we need to lift the rest of this. So let's stick a large decoupler there. Boop. Fuel tanks will be these guys again. These guys are pretty good. Really should have made that stage a part, shouldn't I? A sub-assembly. Where are you? Here you are. I want you guys there. And then we want the SRBs. And we need some stability assist, which will be supplied by a couple of bits of space tape, which I don't believe I got centered there. Actually, they're not far off, but they're not centered, so off they come. And wrong way. Actually, they're centered, but the tanks are not. Ugh. How's that now? Tanks are centered. Now they're not. So, boop, there to whoop, to there. Makes you centered, and you're all centered. Yes and yes. It needs its standard issue nose cone putting on top. No, not that way around. You know the rules. Deep. There we go. And finally, the Separatrons used to keep this thing from crashing into us. Beep, beep, boop. Beep, beep, boop. Okay, so you guys will all fire off when the decoupler goes there. And you will fire there. Decoupler. Then you. God, this staging is entirely messed up. It's the first time I've had a staging this bad for a long while. So you brake, then you fire, then you brake, and then we're on internal systems, which we should never fire any of these. We'll actually do a stage lock when we have the station, so we can't fire them anyway. And good. Right. So we have 4,800 meters per second. This is actually not good enough. We want at least 5,000. You only need 4,500 to get to space, but we need to get to space and then a little bit higher to 100 kilometers, and then we need a little bit of adjustment capability as well. So we need a little bit more. So also the thrust to weight ratio is not good enough. So we're going to swap that out for a larger engine. Boop. And put that in the appropriate staging area because it's been a bit of a weird one. There we go. 4,600. Much better thrust to weight ratio, but it also means we have the ability to do this, which we couldn't do before because the engines weren't powerful enough. Boop. 5,400, and we always maintain a positive lift rate. More than enough on that one. Way more than enough. Actually, we can probably get rid of a tank. There, 5,000 meters per second. Down to the ground. Need some stability assists. In reality, we don't even need the SRBs anymore, but I'm going to keep them because I do like watching them float away. You guys actually should be down there. And we are good to go. We have a mainsail engine, so we have to be very careful because a mainsail can actually overheat. So we should be okay though. Yep, we should be okay with that. I don't see any problem with it. So let's do a test launch. Well, not a test launch, let's launch it. But we need Kerbals. We need Kerbals. So, boop, boop. Bob's going back up again. We need more Kerbals. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, we need 7 Kerbals. But I'm thinking we've already got Kerbals up there. That's what my problem. So, we got 2 Kerbals up there. The station has a capacity of 9. In the science modules and in the command modules, 9. 8 in the habitat module, 1 in the command module, 2 in the science module. So that's 8, 9, we need 11 in total. Did I miscalculate this? No. These would cover the 2 craft habitat modules. These are not to be used for habitat. This would cover the science lab and the command module. So we're completely covered. So as long as we fill it up. But there are already 2 people up there. So we need to fill every seat except 2. That's what to remember. So we need just 5 new Kerbals. So we want Saunders, Dean, Tomsgaard, Lenson, Kelloff, Shearing, and Gerald. That's more Kerbals than we needed because I just clicked randomly. But let's just get everybody out of the craft because what we need is 1 pilot to fly this up and fly it back down again. Although Jeb is already up there. We still need a backup pilot just in case, you never know. And everybody else needs to be scientists or engineers, and then we fill the rest of the ranks from pilots. So, pilot number 1, McCanny, your job in the command pod, you fly. Then, from that point onwards, Saunders, Dean, Kelkoff, Gerald, scientists, not scientists, Shearing, Bob, me, Peter Taylor Kerman, I'm an engineer, and Henley. Then we have 2 spare spots, which we need to leave empty for the 2 guys up there. So Larson and Tomsgaard, the 2 pilots, get to stay behind, and thank their lucky stars, they get to live. So, to the launch pad. Launch pad, here we come, here we come, here we come. Here we go. Okay, launch pad. We have a ship full of Kerbals ready to go. Mission control, do we have a go? This is mission control, Whitley Bay. All ready to go. Thank you very much. Where's the ship? Oh, bloody hell, it's close. But it's too close. We can't catch that. We'll have to wait for the next pass. Oop. Here it comes, here it comes. Up. Balls. Round again. Round, round, round it comes. What's it about there? Boop, boop. Okay. We're going to launch a little bit early. Gives us a better chance of catching up with it. Because this ship is powerful, but we have to throttle that engine. So we doubly care about it. Full power to the engines. SES is on. Fire. Away. So keep an eye on that engine. We may have to throttle it back as well because it may overpower. Be the first time we've had too much power this cycle, but keep an eye on that. We also got to keep an eye on the fact that it could overheat. Watch out for those SRBs. They should be fine. Especially the mainsail, you'll be more worried about. 100 meters per second. So we're going up quite substantially, quite decently as well. So I'm happy with that. Mainsail is not overheating at the moment. 126 meters per second. Preparing to jettison the SRBs. And SRB jettisoning. 2, 1. Okay, those were a little bit low, and they hit the craft a little bit too hard. My view. What's our mainsail say? Temperature 2,274 degrees Celsius, and it's not overheating, so I'm happy with that. Well, we're actually going to have to throttle back. Jeez. So this is the first time I've had to throttle an engine back in the this launch sequence. Let's take the opportunity to set that as a target. Whoop, too zoomed in. Woo. Roller over. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Full power to the engine. And here we go. So this engine should take us quite a lot of the way, all by itself. We're already at 18 kilometers on our apparatus over here. Yeah, this engine will probably take us most of the way. I don't want to be utilising it for the docking process because it's such a long rocket. By that point we want to be gone. I want to be on the Poodle. And we're on the last tank anyway, so chances are it's not going to be an issue. Let's just burn this engine out, and then we should hopefully be docking by then. We are getting Mach effects on the craft as we'd expect. Temperature is increasing on the nose cone. 204 degrees on the parachute. We do have a lot of speed and we're not that high really. See the re-entry effect. You've got to be careful with those because they can actually cause the parachutes to overheat and explode. So yes, that's always a problem with these with deadly re-entry. Although I've never ever had a situation where something exploded on launch, so you know. First time for everything. Okay, we are coming up to meet. We're going to be ahead of it. Jeez, that's a first for us. And we just burn early and up. That should do just nicely. Gives us time to adjust our orbit and get ourselves into space fully. Good. Alright, up we come. Up we come. Do 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 do. Electric charge is dropping. But now we're in space, we can deploy those solar panels. 0. Panel deployment. Ba 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 da boo boo boo. There we go. Panel deployment complete. What do you think? No? Okay. Let's get this up to this point here. And then point towards prograde and begin firing the engine. And we can get ourselves in an orbit. Because our orbit is tenuous at best right now. Boop, there we go. See if we can keep that around 30 seconds. Or less. Don't want it to be increasing basically. Engines at full power. The craft is catching up with us and our distance from the craft is increasing. Because we're firing our engines the best we can. But it doesn't mean anything really. 600 meters per second difference between us and the target. Come on. Just need to point up a little bit just to stop that apparatus from drifting too far behind us. Actually quite good at the angle we have to burn at to get the apparatus to move forward is actually directly away from our target. But yeah, that's pretty decent. Orbit is coming. Let's bring that down. 350 meters per second difference as well, which is good for us because it means we're going to be very close orbit wise hopefully when we get this. Let's just swing the camera around so we can see the orbit when it kicks in. Whoa, I didn't know that drifted that much. Okay. I don't know why I shut the engine off then. 30, 40, 50, and done. Okay. We are done. We are in space. So, 20 kilometers. Can we adjust that easily enough? 24 kilometers. We adjusted the wrong way. 13. Speed up. 11. 12. Okay, pull that there. Do that again. 4.9. 5 and 0.6. There we go. That's what we needed. That is exactly what we wanted to see. Let's just lag. Let's just point ourselves towards that maneuver node and prepare to burn in 1 minute 15. Target is there. 35 kilometers away. We are preparing to burn. We were not under acceleration. We were quite frankly just come out of time warp, so you can't complain about that. Fire the engines. There we go. Engines fired. Boop. So we will be meeting you there. So let's time warp around. Where are you? There you are. Hello. Nice to see you. We don't have any lights on this. Actually, it would have been nice to have some lights on it to light up the craft we were docking with. But that is not a problem. We don't have to worry about it. we're approaching the point of 2 kilometer distance, which appears we just passed due to the lag when it loaded that station into memory. So let's just slow down. Let's find the station. It's above us. About look at that. There it is. Okay, point me away from them. Perfect. Can we point that way? Need to burn engines soon. 0.8. What's our closest approach? Is 0.8. Okay, we might as well start burning the engine now then. Burn the engines up. And then now we can burn towards the craft. We can burn towards the station now. We can begin our approach. We've got pretty decent rotation capability on this craft as well, so that's not too bad. Good. Let's just burn a little bit to the east, just to make sure we have our nodes overlapped. Good. Flip her around so we're facing away. There we are. And then we can time warp into a lot closer, which will be, there we go, over here at 0.4 and in pure daylight. Yay, docking in the daylight again. So we should be 400 meters. I can see it coming in now. Hello there, space station. Let's begin our cancellation of our velocity. And done. Now point towards the station, which I believe is this way. It is just there. There we are. There we are. Engine burn. Engine burn again. There we go. Moving in directly towards the station at 0.7 meters per second, which is more than enough for an RCS braking attempt when it comes to the time. If you could just take us in. What's our target distance? 0.3. Yeah, we can probably beat that a little bit by just RCSing forward. Burning, burning, burning. 3 meters per second. And then, as we come in, there we go, we'll stop it there. And we will reverse thrust, which I believe is good, that one. Reversing. There we go, 0.4, 0.3, and we're stopped. Okay, so, if we can switch to chase camera, we can actually begin our docking process. I believe would be a great option. So if we can just, for now, very quickly, burn that way, and then that way. Okay, 2 things I'm noticing straight away. One of which is that, let's get control from there. One of the things I'm noticing straight away is that whenever we do a burn, we actually tilt the craft, which is not brilliant. Both backwards, that's forwards. Controls are slightly inverted because the camera is now, well, the control surfaces, sorry, are now controlled via the docking port. So I've got to figure these out again. Let's just turn the craft so we are facing in the correct direction, which apparently I can't do very easily. That'll do. That's the way we're facing, so we need to pull back, point at the station. There it is. Let's just turn the camera that way, I can see better, and move forward. We'll go past the station because we're going to be docking on the far side. And I need to get a good view of that docking port as well. I want to be able to click on it and say, no, no, not that. Down. That way. Jeez, that's a lot of fuel wasted. I should not have hit that Z key. Wow. Oh, it's a lot of speed to reduce. but we're gonna do it. Line 3, 2 meters per second. It's not how we can undo that, but that was just a big mistake. I was going for the backslash to get rid of that menu, but I hit the that key instead. So that was a big ass mistake, that one. So let's go there and let's just move over that way a bit at the same time. 140 meters. We were about 30 meters or something like that when we fired that engine. Jeez. Good idea just to stop it from happening again. Shut down the engine. There we go. Okay, let's begin braking sequence. 1 meter per second. 1 meter per second. There we go. And we can head over to the station now. Docking port is there. Good, so we're still fully powered. We're coming in. Everything is great. Actually, we're not badly lined up for that port either. If we just go down a bit, because we want to be on the bottom of this, which is the power system. We want to be on the bottom of that because that has the small docking port we're going to be using. So that's not too bad for us. If we just time warp down a bit, there we go. And if we just fire those engines, slow down that relative velocity for us. Then if we just slow that down even more, just hold it here for a second. Perfect. Right, I need you to be my target. Beep, there we go. And now I can bring up that and we can actually aim the ship. We are burning a fair amount more prop, but that's not controllable, unfortunately. It's partly down to partly down to the what do you call it? The things, because the docking ports, the RCS ports are not perfectly aligned or anything. There we go. So we are good. So we need to back off a little bit because we're too close to the station if we're going to use that. And then we need to move that way. Do 1 axis at a time, you may remember. There we go. Okay, we're coming in. We're coming in. 1 axis at a time, we'll use the horizontal axis first. Doop, 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 doop. Ooh, I just realised my solar panels could easily snag as well. I'll have to do a rotation beforehand, but preparing RCS. RCS is good. And we are in alignment. Good. Let's just quickly keep that line green if we can, please. Good. Okay, down we come. Down we come. Line ourselves up that way as well. And then when we're roughly aligned, we can do a rotation. So we don't hit the solar panels on their solar panels, which would be a bad thing if we did that. Here we go, here we go. Come on, coming on, coming on. Doop, doop, doop. Doop, doop. There we go. We are virtually aligned. There we go. We are aligned. See, move us in, move us out. Okay, so let's just keep that there for a minute. We need to rotate the ship. Just need to slight rotation there. That will do just fine, I believe. Let's just keep turning it that way. There we go. Perfect. Now, just burn the RCS ports that way and that way, just to keep us up on line with the docking port. Good. And then there we go. In we go. Docking, here we come. Docking ports. Alright, so we are lined up and we are coming in. We'll switch to fine controls because that docking port is bouncing around like hell. And here we come. Looking good. And SAS off in 2, 1, SAS off. Dock complete. Good. So we now have that. That is entirely docked. It's upside down, but that's fine because for what it's doing. What we'll do is immediately get rid of this module. It doesn't need to be here, and it can leave basically because it's going to get in the way. Decouple. Station is good and balanced and behaving itself and maintaining its balance. Good. Just make sure we are control. Good. Right, you. Let's just move you out of the way. You activate your engine. Swing you to retrograde. Do 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 do. Engine firing. 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 And there you go, you're crashing. Back to the space station. Hello, space station. I have a crew supply. So, first crew member. Boop. Schöning Kerbin. Congratulations. You are. Does it tell me what you are? No. Okay, we'll have to assume you're going to be a pilot. A scientist, because you are going to go into the science bay. Way over there. You can meet up with Jeb, I believe, who is already in there waiting. Back and grab a hold, my friend. Boop, doo, 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 doo. Boop. Now, is that full? 2 of 2. Okay, next craft up. Bob. Boop. I know I could just do a straight transfer by clicking transfer, but I like flying the Kerbals. Up. And up. There we go. And over you go. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, look at the space station. It's amazing. And flying in it? Yeah. I mean, yes, the new module is taking up so much of the solar panels. We probably want to rotate it, actually. Boop, 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 boop. Don't worry, I'm not going to fly everyone over. This is the last one I'll fly. The others I'll send them via the internal transfer system. Click. Transfer. There. Click. Transfer. There. Click. Transfer to there. So we should be able to have all these modules full. And one more to go. There we go. And then we've got the main command pod here. Beep. There's one person in it. So if we're right, that should have 3 of 4, 4 of 4, 1 of 1, and 2 of 2. There we go. Everyone's in where they're supposed to be apart from you. And because I want to undock and rotate, I'm not happy with the positioning. So I'm going to undo the monoprop block we have on that tank and on that tank. And undock, rotate, and bring you back. No, we won't. It's not bad because the reason we have the 4 solar panels is for this very reason. So if no matter what direction I point the craft in, it's going to block the solar panels. So yeah, there's no point. Because like I said, if I take it off and move it and turn it 90 degrees, it'll be blocking off the panels in the other direction. So there's actually no benefit either way for this craft doing that. So transfer there. The station is fully manned and now has its emergency escape pod there as well. But what we can do is rotate the station. Oop, wrong one. That one there? Yes. If we rotate the station like that, then those solar panels will be in sunlight because they'll turn. There we go. Brakes, 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 brakes. And there you go. Does that not look like a good space station to you? Would you not want to live there? It's quite nice, I think. I like it. I mean, yeah, I would have really probably preferred it if the escape pod had been pointing upwards, but that's a minor thing. Now, if we just turn off that And if we do, is it Alt L to lock the stage? Quick save. Alt L. We are stage locked. Good. The stage lock light is in red. So if I hit spacebar, the parachute should not deploy. Good. We are stage locked. Now, F5 to quick save. I want to do a quick test. I want to put one person in this capsule, and we will do a test re-entry. That's why I have quick save, because we're going to reload afterwards. Crew hatch. And I will pick myself, because if we kill a Kerbal, I'd rather it be me that we kill. Okay? So, RCS. We're going to treat this like an emergency abort sequence. So we are aborting, aborting, aborting. Everybody out. Everyone's been transferred over in the imaginary version of this. We are undocking. We are taking control of the craft. We will activate RCS and SAS. We will then begin emergency departure. There we go. We depart the station. Nice and safely. We then make sure we're controlling from this point here. Boop. Point ourselves retrograde. And throttle up. Now, if we just bring that up so we can see it easier. Now, we're using the RCS for this. So we can slow the craft down, move away from the station. Imagine the station's been destroyed, and there's debris everywhere, and there's asteroids and meteorites and all sorts of crap coming past. We are moving away at our ultra fast safe speed to keep ourselves safe. Again, test only. We will be reverting the save when we get to the distance. 85, 84. Going through our fuel. So I was right. I said we'd get through about half our monoprop by the time we actually got down. So we are going through that. 80. So we want to get down to about 40 if we can, but I'll settle for less. 78. Once it pitches about 74, it's in the atmosphere. And you see our orbit has been reduced. 70. I mean, we could activate the RCS engines, but I'm going to leave them unactivated for now. We keep using the RCS port as normal. 60. Can we do this through Alt and... Boop. Yes, we can. 4 times warp. Cutting through our RCS right now. 50. So I'm going to bring it down to 40. Because that's what we need for a decent re-entry. Okay, here we go. 40. And we're at 40. Good. So, boop, there we go. We'll do more. We'll go for a harder landing. We'll go down to 35. Make sure we'll go down to half our monoprop. There we go. That's half the monoprop gone, roughly. Take it down to 35. Boop. Okay. RCS off. Maintain retrograde facing, so we keep the heat shield facing the ground. We can get rid of that now. Engines are off. And time warp. So here we go. 75, 69. We should begin rotation. So we are going to eat up electricity in this. I'm going to turn that off for a minute. Just let it get down into the atmosphere a little bit deeper, and then we'll turn the SAS back on. Keep ourselves pointed in the right direction. Temperature is starting to increase. No, it's still dropping. 57, 56. Okay, temperature is increasing. Okay, SAS on. We are now draining electricity. And we are descending. Descending. Here we go. Here we come. Right, quickly, let's just make sure that RCS is on in case we need it for the... Well, we will need it for the engine, but in case those reports get destroyed, we still have some RCS. And here we come. 150 degrees. This is a full re-entry test to see if we need anything to be done. Here we go. So my expectation is that these engines are going to get very hot. My hope is that they won't burn up and get to be destroyed. Because these pots here are actually quite cool still. But these are already at 200 degrees Celsius. Whereas the heat shield is at 300. So hopefully, the heat shield's going to protect them. Here we go. Do do do. Doop 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 doop. Here we go. Come on. With some sound, it'd be nice. The game sounds just so quiet for the re-entry first. I would like the re-entry to be a lot louder. Come on. With 40k, 42 kilometers up. Gonna time warp it down. Do do. Do 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 do. Time warp. Here's the sun, so we're gonna be able to see the re-entry effects properly. 460 degrees and increasing. The docking port is also increasing. The monopropellant engines at 500 and increasing. Not too big an issue at the moment, as long as that, yeah, the heat shield's definitely taking a lot of the brunt there. Okay, looks like the heat shield has taken most of the brunt, if not all of it actually. We are still producing, yeah, we're still producing a lot of heat. Oh, there's a bit of lag there. 800 degrees and dropping. The engines reached about 700 degrees and they're dropping. So we don't really have a problem with heat. That's good. I'm surprised actually that didn't blow up. It seems to be protected for some reason though. Maybe it's behind something here that's making it safe, I don't know. But preparing the drogue chute. As soon as we can. As soon as we can. Do do do. Okay, chute is still unsafe. Chute deployment is unsafe. Remember, once we complete this landing, we are going to be ending the stream. There's nobody in the stream, unfortunately, at the moment. But we'll be ending it anyway, and we will be good. Here we go. Drogue chute deployment. Oh, we need to unlock the deployment stage. Drogue chute deployment. SAS off. Okay, we are coming in. Drogue chute deployed at 2,500. At that point, we can also deploy all the other chutes at the same time. Is a good idea, I think. Do 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 do. And time warp down to 2,500. 2,000. Drogue chute is deployed. 40 meters per second and dropping. At 2,000, we'll deploy the normal chutes. And the engines. Bring that down a bit on the volume there. Bring that down. Prepare the engines for activation. But the first parachute should deploy at 500. The next one's at 300. Doop, doop, doop. 500. And the next one's at 3. Beep, 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 beep. And 300. There we go. All chutes deployed. Speed is 6.8. We have plenty of fuel. We can start throttling up pretty much anytime we want. We'll start throttling up at 50, I think. It's probably a good option. There we go. RCS engines are go. .8 meters per second. And splashdown. Heat shield is intact. And we did actually lose a decent amount of the heat shield, actually. Not a lot, but a decent amount. Everything is brilliant. Everything is there. And yep. So let's quick load back to the station with all the crew where they're supposed to be. Boop, boop, boop. Hello. There we go. Everybody back on the station. Everybody is happy with where they are. And everything is awesome. And the RCS is still locked down. Good. Station is locked. It wasn't locked. That's potentially dangerous. Ugh. Interesting. I wonder if it just doesn't remember that it was locked. Anyway, quick save, just make sure. The station is back to normal. Everybody's on board. Everyone's doing science and doing good stuff. And goo observing. Boop. The goo has come into a sphere. And we can send it into the lab. The lab's got it. And when the lab completes the task, come on, come on. Boop. There it is. And transmit. Transmitting the experiment will render the module inoperable. Yeah, go for it. Transmitting done. But now we don't want the aerial closing. No. But you, my friendly science lab, can just... Well, I did that. You can clean the experiments, which means make the goo container usable again. Boop, 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 boop. 70, and then that would be good if it just sort of reduced its ability as well. Boop, there we go. And you, oh, you just open. Can you not do that? You used to be able to do it. But the other one, can you just open? Extend. Open. Da 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 da. But I can't just open you. Oh, that's a shame. I liked having that one open. Like that. It looked nice and pretty. Oh well. There's a space station. It's in orbit. It is complete. We could potentially use it for a refueling with the fuel tank up. And hey, M-verb. Yes, yes, I am indeed. But everything is everything up, and I am happy to leave the station there. So we'll be coming back to this at some point. This station is very basic. It'll do the job. It's got science. It's got Kerbals. It's got 10 Kerbals, 11 Kerbals, and it will be used for probably refueling. And then we'll be heading out probably next time round into a moon base. We'll head up to Duna, and we'll do some stuff out that way, and then maybe end up in Eve, like eventually. But for now, I think that's a great place to leave it, and we'll be come back next time. So, as usual, I'll see you all over at YouTube, hopefully, and I will definitely do another live stream. We'll see you all then. Thank you all for coming out, and we'll see you next time.